the start to another week, and everything is pretty wet out here again still, so we're probably going to start off this week by doing a bunch of little odd jobs. And along with all that rain, my poor yard is kind of turning into a little rainforest out here too, so hopefully one of these days I can get this stuff mowed. But by the time it's dry enough to mow, we'll probably actually be spraying again. So that's what we're actually doing right now, is just kind of trying to get another pump set up for our water here, because our other pump actually quit. And we always have a bunch of these little transfer pumps all over the farm just because they are handy for all kinds of different things. Along with a bunch of yard work, you can actually probably hear my aunt mowing in the background there, and then my uncle's actually rototilling a bunch of trees, but I'm working on the old Ford pickup here. And my brother came over this morning because they have a nice Snap-on computer, so he was able to read and diagnose this thing a little bit better than we can. After using that nice Snap-on computer, he decided it wasn't the IPR valve, because that one can actually read fuel pressure at the IPR valve, and it was working pretty good. So he thought it might be this, which is actually the fuel ignition control module. And that's pretty much just the computer telling what to do with the fuel in this thing. And that was actually what failed on their service pickup when they replaced a bunch of stuff in the winter. So we decided we're gonna at least try this to start off with, since the IPR valve was acting like it was working. And this is not a cheap part though. This thing's like $550 just for that one computer. But hopefully we can get this thing pulled out of there and then actually replaced tomorrow, because it does sound like we'll maybe be able to get one tomorrow. The start to another day, and it's actually looking a little smoky, or a chance of rain. We're not actually 100% sure yet, but I'm getting ready to hit the road and go to Great Falls, Montana. And the plan is to get the Ford out of the shop here tonight if I can get everything fixed. But man, what a beautiful morning out here. We are back from our quick little half-day adventure to Great Falls, and we're actually in the sprayer now because we do want to get our Chemfallow sprayed, because the weeds are still growing. So we're gonna maybe wait to do that Ford pickup either tonight or tomorrow morning type of thing now. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit interesting even just getting out to some of the fields here this year. So yeah, we got a massive trench right down the middle of our road, and I need to get on that side of the field. Got a bit of a sprayer traffic jam in here today. So right now I'm actually just spraying water out of this thing because we are rinsing the sprayer out right now. And if I had more time to talk about it, I would, but we are trying to get all of our spraying done before the weekend, because now we have even more rain in the forecast again. So we're trying to get all the weeds killed before we get rained out more. Finished up with the Chemfallow, and we are out in the wheat field now doing a little spraying out here. And my uncle was actually in the John Deere spraying that side of the field. However, the only problem we have with running two sprayers at once is we don't have enough water to actually keep up with the sprayers. So right now, while I'm out here spraying with this sprayer, he's got the John Deere sprayer in the yard and he's filling up the water tanks. However, it was really nice earlier, so when I was actually up on those other fields spraying that Chemfallow, he was in the John Deere and he was actually already started on this field spraying. So it was actually really nice earlier. We did have both sprayers going at the same time. Speaking of other sprayers, there's the uncle in that nice John Deere. Like I said, he's way over there. I actually can't even see him when I'm zoomed out this far back, but yep, like I said, he's over on that other side of the field over there. Now we're getting some spraying done out here. We got the John Deere and the Spray Flex going. this start to another day, and we're over here at my dad's place because we're gonna go get those pumps put back in now. Another beautiful day for some boating, but boating with work. I might have to go back and check, but I think it was exactly 1 week ago we got this pump pulled out of here and they got it taken and rebuilt, so hopefully we can get this thing thrown in here pretty quickly and they can get their other pivot going then. And while they're on the other side of the lake, I'm probably gonna hop in this thing, try to remember how to drive this tractor, and then try to get this pump close to the water. I didn't put the tractor in the lake, so that's always good. Hopefully this is the last time I see that pump coming across the lake until we have to pull them out in the fall. The one pump is actually running right now, so you can hear that one running, and I'm gonna try to get the GoPro set up here so we can get a little footage of setting it up, but it's gonna be pretty loud down there as well too. This one was a very quick lake day, only about 2 hours. It's actually 9 o'clock right now, and I got to my dad's place at about 7 o'clock, so actually it's probably only about an hour and a half. But now I'm gonna take the boat back, and then I'm gonna head back to my full-time job because like I said, we got a bunch of spraying to get done today. And I doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon, but hopefully the next time I'm out on the lake here, it'll be for recreational boating. But like I said, it's probably not gonna be happening for a long time. And that's almost kind of one of the cons of farming too, is we get all these beautiful views and it's a great job and stuff. However, it is just so busy all the time. We don't actually have time for always actually running to the lake or going to the river. And if you're making enough money just to farm, then you actually do have some time to go do some of this other stuff. But it's like myself doing all the YouTube stuff too. I just don't have pretty much any time to go do any of this other stuff. If you remember from earlier in the video, I did say the one pump was running. So yeah, here's the one pivot that my dad has going right now. And it is nice seeing a pivot going because if you guys have been watching the channel, you know we have a whole lot of work to do to get our pivots going over at my uncle's farm. And back to the normal job, which is gonna be some spraying out here today. I'm just letting the truck warm up right now, but I'm getting some of my chemical ready, and it's just the open boxes I'm gonna be using here. And really quickly, what we're spraying in our spring wheat here is our main stuff is our Gallatin here, which is our herbicide for killing all the weeds, but not for hurting the spring wheat. Then we got our Crusader, and this is for the grasshoppers because we are getting some little grasshoppers in some of the stuff. And then our foliar blend, which is kind of like our crop multi-nutrient package type of thing. There's not actually any chemicals in that. I think it's actually all organic, but I'm not 100% sure on that. have with having two sprayers is we can't actually keep up with the water, so my uncle's out spraying the peas, and I'm back in here working on the Ford. I actually just got it all put back together, so now we're gonna see if it starts. And I did turn the key on a couple times just so that way that new computer can kind of get itself calibrated. Also, we got this nice new metal cap for our fuel filter here, so that's gonna be a lot better than that stupid plastic one they had on here. But anyways, let's see if this thing will actually fire or not. Hopefully it does, because yeah, like I said, that one new computer is 550 bucks, so let's see, where's my key at? Might need that. There we go. We'll try this again here. Oh, okay, that's good. A lot better than it was. Leave that open just in case. Sounding good. And it is running, so I'm sure there's no fuel leaking around that guy. I think we might have got this thing fixed. I'll probably just let it idle for a little bit. That way we can kind of just let everything work, and that way I can listen to it while I'm putting all my tools away. And just, yeah, hear if there's anything weird sounding or anything like that. Another day and another issue. So last night I was out spraying with the Spray Flex and it started overheating. It was about 90 degrees out and there was no wind. So I figured that was probably part of the problem. But it looks like our coolant's pretty low, so we're going to get that topped off and hopefully go get our peas finished up today. Back down at the pivots, getting ready to finish spraying our peas here this morning, but we are going to probably run out of chemical. That's what my uncle was saying last night, so I'm going to get this tank load sprayed out and then we'll see how much more we need. Out here on the dryland peas now, and we don't have a whole lot left to go. However, we're having some more issues with our overheating, so now we got to get that figured out, but we're hoping we can at least get all of our peas sprayed, and then we'll have a little time to figure this thing out. Well, we're on the last pass of this field. Not overheating too badly right now. It's definitely a little bit warm in here, so not using any AC, just trying to keep the truck cool. However, since we're spraying chemical, I don't want to roll the windows down, so yeah, we just removed a couple articles of clothing here, and I am looking forward to being done because I am really going to be enjoying having the windows down in this truck and driving home. We got the last partial load on the sprayer, and it looks like we better get going because it looks nasty down south. 1.3 inches of rain last night, so we kind of got our spraying done just in time. And then actually we got the smaller clutch installed down at the river. However, I did get my hand stuck under it, so I am in a little bit of some pain with that because that thing is not light. Remember, we had to use the cherry picker just to move it around the shop. And on top of that, my sinuses are extremely plugged up this morning too. And that might be it for the week, so thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'm all healed up by next week so I can get a good week of work in again.